Hello Motor Rider World fans, and welcome to episode 4 of Scoop or Poop. And this time we're going to talk Jack Miller, fresh off his podium from the Le Mans MotoGP with a great ride into second place with that soft front tyre, that Michelin soft front tyre. That was really impressive. I didn't think he would last the whole race distance with that soft front tyre, especially with the hard braking and the trail braking that is at the Le Mans circuit, but he pulled it off. Another great ride, a fan favourite. The antics after the race, throwing his gloves in the crowd, the hooligan circle ride, and that's what is Jack Miller. He doesn't always get the results on track, but certainly off track, he's a big draw card. He's an attraction. He's a fan favourite, and for Ducati to be letting that go, Ducati have been pretty ruthless in the past with getting rid of riders. We think back at Lorenzo and some others like that. But it does look like Jack's time at Ducati has come to an end. Obviously, it's between Jorge Martin, 4 races in a row now, DNF. I think that opportunity's gone. But Bastianini, the race winner at Le Mans, 3-time race winner already in the 2022 season, the only rider to have won more than one race, right in contention for the championship. Looks like he's loving life. Could he be Italian, all-Italian factory Ducati team with Pecco and Enea Bastianini? That sounds perfect. Bastianini kind of saying that Pecco would rather have Martin as a teammate rather than himself. So already a little bit of fire there, fueling the fire there from those two. But I can see Enea Bastianini. I think he deserves it going into the factory team alongside Pecco Bagnaia. That's if they don't go with Jack Miller, which I think is the case already. I think Ducati have already made up their mind there, although Jack still not coming out with that confirmation of that yet. But rumours and kind of confirmation coming out of the weekend, Sky Sports Italy, it's a pretty reliable source, although what is a reliable source these days when it comes to media headlines, just trying to sell newspapers and clickbait on Facebook. Jack Miller already signed for KTM for 2023. Now, I kind of already mentioned it in my last episode that this could be a potential move for Jack Miller if he were to leave the factory Ducati team. Obviously, LCR Honda, another option there for him. But I think this has got some real fuel to it. I think we could be seeing this happen, to be honest. There's a couple of reasons why. First of all, Jack's tie-in with Red Bull, who is, of course, the title sponsor to KTM and, of course, has that close ties with KTM. Second being Aki Ayo is his manager. He is, of course, the team manager for the Ayo Moto2 and Moto3 teams, has that tie-in with Red Bull and KTM as well. And then third off, Guidotti, who's the new team manager for the Red Bull KTM factory team. Jack obviously worked alongside him at the Pramac Ducati team. And yeah, he would love to have Jack, I'm sure, there. So that'll be a big draw card for Jack Miller to get into that team. And of course, the salary from Red Bull KTM would be quite attractive as well. But, where does Jack go? Is it going to be in the factory team alongside Brad Binder, who's already got his contract sewn up? Is Miguel Oliveira going to be leaving the team? Has Remy Gardner and Raul Fernandez done enough? Will one of them be booted? Will Raul want to leave that team? There's potential talk of him going to RNF Yamaha. If they stay Yamaha, will RNF stay Yamaha? Will they go Aprilia? Of course, their title sponsor with you is a big Italian company. Can they be going to an Italian motorcycle in the form of Aprilia? Will Raul Fernandez jump ship and go there because he's just not enjoying life at KTM at the moment? So many question marks there. But I do think the likely scenario will be Jack going into the factory team alongside Brad. I think Miguel, I've said it the whole year so far, I already think Miguel Oliveira's mind is somewhere else. Now, whether that be LCR Honda, which is a potential move for him, this new replacement team at Suzuki, Leopard, Aprilia, or whatever it's going to be, could be a ride possibly there for Oliveira alongside Alex Rins, who's another cast-out rider. I spoke about the outcasts in MotoGP. Polo Espargaro is another name to be mentioned there. Or could Oliveira be finding himself in this RNF Yamaha team with that Dovi factory Yamaha contract? There is big talks that Oliveira will be going to Yamaha. Could that be in the RNF team if they do go with Yamaha again in that Dovi spot? So it's a factory motorcycle with a factory contract, or will it be on an RNF Aprilia? We don't know, but I do think Oliveira could be getting out of that team, could be taking the Pramac Ducati ride, Johan Zarco spot. It could be taking an Enea Bastianini spot in the Cressini Ducati team. Why not? That's a good ride, There's no more crappy rides, before with the Venture Ducati team and all those kind of teams in the paddock before, even with Aprilia, it was kind of question mark, do you really want to go there? Every seat in MotoGP now is a good seat. So Oliveira, I think, is definitely going to be leaving the team, the KTM team, and finding himself a new home in one of those. As for Jack Miller to Red Bull KTM, as I said, I can see it happening. I think he'll be a good tie in there. How will he perform? We saw Petrucci not able to make that move from Ducati to KTM. It's definitely a different riding style. Jack Miller, I think, has got something about him that he could make it work. I think he'll feel at home there with the team, with his tie-ins with KTM previously when he was a Moto3 rider, with Guidotti there. He's good mates with Brad Binder. I know they get along really, really well. So I don't think it's too far-fetched, even though it's just massive rumours at the moment, especially with Sky Sports Italy kind of confirming it already. As I said, that's a pretty big, reliable source, but, is there anything such as a reliable source these days? So yeah, that is an intriguing tale, an intriguing one, I think. And I think this could be a scoop. I really do think this is a scoop rather than poop, with Jack Miller joining the factory KTM team. So let's see how all these scenarios play out going ahead, because there really are still a lot of question marks up in the air in MotoGP.